Hello there fellow modelers, Steve here. Tonight's video is a inbox review of me kit that I'm doing for it's Model Art 633. Hi there Michael. It's for his Spanish Civil War group build, which started 2 days ago and it runs till April next year. There's plenty of time to finish. And this is the kit that I'm doing. It's the Heinkel HS123A1 fighter bomber biplane thing. Now, I sent this away, well, I got this off eBay, I think it was probably a week before I went to Telford, because I thought, I'll see if there's not going to be anything like around that way at Telford, like oldish, like Spanish Civil War kits. But as soon as I got to Telford, I had a look round on a few stalls and I found 6 that could have fitted the bill. But I thought, now there was one kit that I fancied buying. It was a Fiat CR42. Now I know Mike's doing one of these at the moment, but it was a different make. I forget which make it was, but I fancy buying that. But I says I'll come back. I went back in about half an hour and it had gone. So that would have been perfect for this. But I had this on order anyway, so this is the kit that I'm doing. It's an old Airfix model, as you can tell by when I do the sprues. Spanish Civil War. Often overlooked because it ended just before the Second World War started, but it was very significant because that is where most of the Luftwaffe aircrew gained their experience. So when they went into the Second World War, the invasion of the Low Countries, Poland, and eventually the Battle of Britain, most of them had a hell of a lot of combat experience, whereas a lot of the RAF and the Commonwealth pilots didn't have really any. I think there might have been 1 or 2 pilots that had fought in the Spanish Civil War as like mercenary pilots. They'll have had a bit of experience, but the majority of the pilots on the Allied side in the Battle of Britain had no combat experience at all. So that's where the Luftwaffe scored on this part, but they missed out on other things. Anyway, so we'll start off with the instructions. Put that down there. As you can see, they're pretty basic instructions. Classic Airfix of the, I think it was released in the 70s, this. Yeah, it is. It would have been the type of box. Bit of information about the plane in English, French, German. General instructions: don't glue your fingers together, things like that. Do not cement, transparencies, cement. Pretty basic cockpit layout. I don't think there's any detail at all. I mean, I'm not gonna go to the extent of putting cockpit detail in. I think I'll just leave it as it is, because the appeal of the kit is probably the markings and the camouflage. Pretty straightforward struts. I always have a bit of bother with biplanes, but this looks pretty straightforward. Engine straightforward. And they're finishing off with the wheel spats, bombs, bits of aerials, and I don't know what that is. I think that's a bomb. They're bombs. You can have a choice of 2 markings. I don't think it has what squadrons they are. That's the Netherlands Air Force, I think. But it's not. That's not that's the Luftwaffe. Probably in the early stages of the war. And this is the Spanish Civil War version, which I'll be doing, obviously. And it's got a load of call-outs. I think it's a slate grey, light blue, black, golden brown, olive green and white. That should be a good I just dropped something on the floor and I can't see anything. It looks like a quite a varied mix of camouflage. So that's the instructions. And the markings, they're a bit yellowy. I might leave them on the windowsill for a bit. Condor Legion, Spanish Civil War, and that's the Luftwaffe version. So that'll be the version I'll be doing. Put that over there. This is things you used to get with Airfix. The name of the construction kit if you were missing a part number, and you sent that away. I think I've only ever did that once, which was for a Rebel kit. And this is the Join the Airfix Modelers Club, which I did in the 70s. I think I've still got the card somewhere. Isn't that sad? Right, the sprues. The pilot is, there's a tiny bit of detail on the pilot, but other than that the engine's pretty detailed and it's raised panel lines, but who cares. Wheels are basic. Like a bit of a moving away from the classic design of biplanes, and it's just one strut, which is easier rather than having it about three going that way. There's the wheel spats and the bombs. They're pretty detailed as well. And there's the fuselage, raised panel lines, and the wheel is moulded to the fuselage, which is what they used to do. And so is the middle struts, which is a good idea really if you've got problems with biplanes, which I have, and no cockpit detail at all, absolutely bare. And there's the other one. There's quite a bit of raised panel lines on the panel line circles, and the fabric, I think they were fabric covered, I'm not sure, would have been a biplane. And there's the bottom wing, that's where the bombs go, with detail with the fabric covered wings. And that's the top wing. And I think the propeller's broke, so I'll have to fix it, because there's the propeller and there's only one bit, and there is the other bit, so that'll take a bit of super glue coming out for that. And there's the small windscreen, because it was an open cockpit, and you get a stand, which is what they used to do with Airfix. So on the whole, quite a good kit. Look forward to building that. I don't think I'll start this until possibly the beginning of next year. I'll finish off all my other builds. Gotta finish off me. I've got, how much? What's the third today? I've got roughly 2 weeks to finish my Dakota for my own group build. I'll just put a bit of, there it's at the moment. Fuselage is glued together, and it's a big one. Would have been 1/48 scale, raised panel lines, but who's bothered? That's the fuselage glued together on that, and I've just glued the wing together. The wing there is glued, and this is the bottom wing with all my clothes pegs keeping it together. You can see how big it is. So that's me inbox review for me kit for Michael's Spanish Civil War group build. And like I say, I'll start this at the beginning of next year probably. And I think there'll be a lot of other lads will probably join it. I don't know what, I think that Fiat CR2, he's doing that as to do with the Battle of Britain, I think. I don't know exactly what he's doing a Tupolev bomber, which is for his own Spanish Civil War group build. So that's my review, and I'll get this uploaded. I'm filming this on the Thursday, and I'll probably upload it tomorrow, which is Friday. So happy modelling, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye now.